Good morning, die-harders. Who's ready to live free or die hard with a vengeance? Right here on S&W EXP Reviews, we will be reviewing the Marvel presentation Werewolf by Night. And I hate intros that are longer than, not intros, but videos that are longer than the very thing that they're talking about. So, we'll move on right into it. First, as always, comes the non-spoiler review, and then comes the spoiler-filled review. So if you haven't seen the movie, but you want to know if it's good or not, listen to the spoiler part and then check out at the non-spoiler marks ending. So, without further ado, now our feature presentation. Werewolf by Night is out. Marvel's latest Phase 4 entry. Yeah. It's Phase 4 yet. Wakanda Forever hasn't come out, so we're still in Phase 4. Phase 4 has been pretty hit or miss, man. It's been hit or miss every now and then. You get them wild out of the parks, like out of the stadium shots, like No Way Home, and then you get your third base movies like Multiverse of Madness, and then you get your how do we put this baseball to the head movies like Eternals, I mean, just saying. But now, baby, we got a home run on our hands, man. We got Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night, y'all. This is the non-spoiler review of Werewolf by Night. And I will say this. I'm going to give this movie a 4.7 out of 5. I give this movie about, that sounds about right, dude. I like the story. I like that the characters in that story is like they were really well written. The killers each had their own personality and whatnot. And even the chick who didn't say anything had a vibe to her, man. There was a clear beginning, middle, and end. It didn't feel like this movie was trying to set up a sequel or nothing. There was humor. There was humor to be found, and it did land for me. The gore was, They called me as first. I'm like, holy shit! This Marvel movie went gory. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. I liked the black and white filter on it. It gave it a very old movie feel, like a Universal Studios monster movie vibe, and it fits because it's Werewolf by Night, so it's a werewolf story, It's more of a wolfman story than a werewolf story, but yeah, what's the difference? What's really the difference between a werewolf and a wolfman? Sound off in the comments if you know. So you should definitely go check this movie out. The action is good. The CGI is great. The gore, is oh man, it's awesome. The action, the music the music is going to be top notch, but we knew that going in because the director, Michael Giacchino, he did soundtracks from movies like Up, Ratatouille, The Batman, and Spider-Man No Way Home. So you knew the soundtrack was going to be fire, man. So, that's all I got to say, man. This is the spoiler review for Werewolf by Night, and who damn, Man-Thing is in this movie. Man-Thing. You know Man-Thing. Last I saw him, he was in Ultimate Spider-Man, but he was in the Howling Commandos. And, he was there, and he was kicking ass. He was kicking that Pharaoh's ass, basically. That giant Pharaoh's ass who turned on his teammates, whatever. That was the last I saw of Man-Thing, and that was also the first I'd ever seen of Man-Thing. So I thought, okay, Man-Thing's a pretty, solid character. I mean, I didn't think we'd ever see him in the MCU. I never really crossed my mind in that regard. But, So seeing him in this movie is really cool because it's got a practical suit on, much like in his movie back in the day. He had a Man-Thing movie, and in that movie he had a practical suit that he wore. And Man-Thing's CGI in this movie looked amazing, and I like that. When he came in to make the save at the end, it seemed like the chick's mom had her covered, and it's like, it's like, you will die as you lived, a disgrace. And she even lines up the shot with a rifle. And then boom! Man thing comes in for the save, like the T-Rex at the end of Jurassic Park. It's like, straight up fry this bitch, you know? And then chunk her, like, deep fried body right into her husband's coffin, smashing the fuck out of it. And, ish, speaking of that husband, dude, like, that was weirded out when they, like, wheeled up the coffin and they, like, cranked the thing to open and reveal, like, the guy all rotted and shit inside. I'm like, damn, man, how long have you been dead? Like, funerals normally happen a week after the guy's dead, but like, if that's the case, you know, like, okay, if it's been a week, like, how the fuck did you die that you already look so bad? And aren't you being properly? Why isn't your family properly preserving you? Why are they keeping you sitting like this, man? And don't you stink? Like, what the? I mean, I was just thinking all this shit. That was before the motherfucker started moving like a damn, like, I don't know, robot genie at the pier who grants wishes or some shit. And spouting, like, I'll be rotting for you. Hmm? I mean, okay, it was clearly like, you know, if you're hearing this, I'm dead message. So, like, yeah, basically, it's like, I'll be rotting for you. And the wife was like, hmm? Like, I love that little turn that, like, wait, what? Like, he wasn't supposed to say that. Like, she'd heard it before and she knew that, wait, that's not right. Like, there's something wrong with the tape. But no, it was actually a joke, proving she hadn't heard this before. She was hearing it same time as everyone else. It's like, I'll be rotting for you. Like, ha ha ha. Sorry for my graveyard humor. Just, yeah, that was, okay. And people, it's not like the people who were sitting there weren't going ha 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 ha. No, they were weirded out. They were like, what especially the black guy. He looked over at other people. He's like, what the fuck is this? What are we looking at here? What is this? Wait, like, we got dozens of kills on our belts, but, like, you know, we kill people and we kill, like, creatures and whatnot, but, like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Why are you marionetting this dead guy? Like, just, what the hell, man? Oh, shit. Anyway, so, this hunt begins. And there's, like, tension between the mom and the daughter, the strange daughter who's, like, who's abandoned the family way of doing things, but has come back to gain this stone, this bloodstone. Apparently gives the wearer, like, I don't know, longevity, strength, and, you know, it basically gives them power. Basically gives them power. This bloodstone. That's why I heard the name of Bloodstone. Why wasn't Thanos looking for one of these when he was looking for this when he was coming down on Earth looking for Infinity Stones and looking for smart stones and shit, you know? Make a nice little hole in the gauntlet arm and add it there, you know. You can't have too much power. I know you got a power stone, but, like, come on. You could use a little backup on that. Just kidding. Maybe it would have fried your arm so much if you shared the load. Anyway, so, yeah, this friction between the mom and daughter, it's like, you know, with you and part of our family, like, you abandoned us. You're a traitor, and now you're just walking back in. Like, shit. Like, yeah, that's the time. It's like, yeah, you're entitled to walk back in if you want to. I mean, normally, they say in the thing, normally we would just hand it off to his heir, but his heir basically told us to go fuck ourselves. So we're gonna hold a hunt instead. And even the hunters were like, hey, we all had to earn the right to be here. She just gets to walk in? Like, she just gate crashes. Like, she just gets to crash at, like, a backyard wedding. Like, gate crash, like, it ain't right. Like, nah, you know, she's his daughter. You know, she deserves the right to be here as much as anybody else. So the fact that she's his daughter means she doesn't have to earn the right to be here. She has the right to be here by birth. So, yeah. It's like, okay, goes out. And, you know, the hunt begins. They draw, I'm guessing, teeth? I didn't get a good look, but I'm guessing they drew teeth out of a skull to decide who went first. And this guy, Jack, goes first. Oh, I forgot to introduce the kills. The kills is this, like, big Viking-looking dude who has, like, a 50 kills. There's this black dude, this chick who doesn't say anything, and there's this girl who I don't know her name. I seriously don't know this character's name. Oh, fuck, man. What kind of shit is this? You don't know one of the main characters' name. I don't know her name. I'll figure it out later. But let's just say the main chick, okay? She's the main chick who's come here to, like, you know, who's booted out of the family or whatever. So main chick, whatever, they all get her teeth, and it turns out that Jack, the guy with like markings on his face to honor his ancestors, like they're all here to go on a hunt to earn the right to get this bloodstone, and Jack is the first one up. Okay, so yeah, he's the first one in, and on the way there, there's this dude. Like, you remember in Mad Max Fury Road, there was a guy on the back of this truck, and he had this flame shooting guitar. And every time he had a riff, like flames would spread up on the side, and it was like dun dun dun. And then when they were just going casually and like coming to a stop, he would slow down. But when they were charging through, it was like, it was fucking crazy. Flames going up everywhere. Like, he was strapped into like this most badass looking stage setup ever. But then you get Tuba Dude. Like, I mean, all due respect to Flaming Guitar Hero, but damn, he ain't the tuba guy in this movie. Like, there's a dude with a tuba that is on fire, and he's playing as he walks across. This tuba's like, you see flames coming out of the fucking thing, and he's like playing the dude. And he's not even like walking quickly, he's like casually walking along. Jesus, dude, tuba's made of metal. Metal is a conductor. That shit has to be hot. Like, the lip strength of that tuba player. Goddamn. Well, to be fair, the lip strength of every tuba player, but especially this guy. Shit. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that. So Jack goes in, and he's on a mission to save the beast that, these people are gonna hunt, which is Man-Thing, since he doesn't actually care about the bloodstone. He's just here to save his friend. The reason he's here to save his friends, because somehow his friend Man-Thing got captured, and they're buddies, basically, like he's Werewolf by Night, and they're buddies. Thing is, I love the dynamic they have. It's like these two old friends. It's like, hey man, it's like, man, I can't believe I got to save your ass again, dude. Like, and then at the end, when they're like chilling there by the fire, and just like, dude's trying to recover after his like night of, werewolfing by night. And they're just like, and Man-Thing talks to him. We don't hear what Man-Thing says. He doesn't say in English, but Jack can understand him, so they talk. And he's like, it basically says like, I saved you. It's like, no, man, I saved you. Like, I'm the one who came to your rescue. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, you didn't save me. Like, dude, you showed up at the last minute to make the save, but I was not the one you saved. You saved main chick, dude. Like, come on. Don't get it twisted. I'm the one who saved you so you could make that save, alright? You owe me, big. You still owe me, man. I keep saving your ass. Like, just like, you owe me. Like, that's another one you owe me. That's basically what that is, yeah. Anyway, it's like that dynamic they have whenever they want to establish, like, oh yeah, these two are friends and they know each other in like an action movie or something. It's like, like in Attack of the Clones, you have Anakin and Obi-Wan talking about like, oh, that time I saved you on, I can't remember the name of the planet, but like Mustafar or whatever, when you fell into that mess. And then he's like, no, master, I saved you. You're the one who fell into that mess. Like, just, yeah, it shows like there's a history that predates this film. These characters didn't just come into existence now. But yeah, anyway. So that's nice. The killers are dispatched in pretty creative ways. The guy with like the wrist arrow, like the basically a mechanized arrow, like a wrist gun that fires arrows out of his wrist. Yeah, that guy gets shot in the throat with one of his own arrows, and he gets his arm chopped off. Oh, after he gets his arm chopped off, which is a pretty insane kill. But there's not a lot of blood from that. You'd think getting your hand chopped off, you'd be spewing blood all over the place. But goddamn, dude was just like laying there, gurgling his own blood and like bleeding out. But like the main chick was holding him in place so that he, doesn't alert the other hunter to their presence, doesn't have any blood on her. And if she did, we couldn't see. Cause even if we did, we couldn't see because it's black and white. So, I mean, you see her in the next scene, she's pristine, dog. She doesn't have like a darker shade on her clothes or whatever. And at the film's end, when the color comes back, or comes in, like, Wizard of Oz, and you could tell it's a nod to Wizard of Oz, because at that point, when she gets a hold of the stone and the color comes back, they play Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And like, Oh, that's nice, dude. The evil has been vanquished, and all the darkness is gone. The monster is freed. Now color can return to this land. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Man, Michael Giacchino is a great director. Not only is he a great like composer or score, whatever. He's a really good director, and this is his first movie. Like shit, dude. Apparently, they filmed like he was worried like Marvel wouldn't go for the gore, and they were actually like, "Nah, man, add more. Like, put more of that stuff in there." Like, so yeah. Speaking of the gore, the scene where Werewolf by Night actually shows up and he slaughters motherfuckers is awesome. Goddamn. Yes. This is what I'm like. Woo, dude. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we've been waiting for. Yeah, man. Werewolf by Night, man. Some proper Wolfman shit. Not since to not Guillermo del Toro, Benicio del Toro's Wolfman movie did we get to see Wolfman action like this. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I paid to see. Whew. Yeah. Man is hacking people. He's like ripping throats, tossing men around. Like he's basically Wolverine in Berserker mode. But it's like that scene in X-Men Apocalypse where Wolverine goes buck wild and he's cutting through people. Problem is that scene doesn't fully go all in on that because it's PG. So yeah, this ain't PG, dude. This is Marvel's first non-PG MCU movie. And it is glorious. Glorious. Woo. Yeah. So the hunters are killed. Main chick kills the hunters. She kills the mute chick. She kills the black guy. She kills the mute chick by jamming a sword into her forehead. So, yeah. Dude. Oh, I love this movie. This movie has like some Hulk 2003 meets... Well, not really. It's like Hulk meets Wolfman vibes because there's a scene where the guy's hunched over and she walks over to him and she's like, Jack. Kind of like in Incredible Hulk when Betty looks up at Incredible Hulk and she's like, Bruce? And it shows dude. They said the guy's name because it's like a thing where are you still in there? Are you still in there, man, or you go totally, or is this your other side totally taken over or not? I like that in all of those instances, there's that second where we think he might still be in there, and then it's immediately the other guy takes back the wheel. In Incredible Hulk, you hear a lightning strike, and then it's like, wow, back to Hulk, and he chucks a boulder at the sky, and he's like, whoa! And that was so good, man. Oh, I love that scene, dude. I love that movie. Incredible Hulk is an underrated movie. Definitely check that shit out. But yeah, this Werewolf by Night has great action. I like the story. The characters in there felt like individual people. None of them felt the same. The cast did an excellent job. The main chick's mom did a great job as the main villain, the movie's main villain. It generally felt for Man Thing and dudes if their friendship felt real. It didn't feel I don't know, they had chemistry. Man Thing didn't talk in a way that we could understand, but they had chemistry together. It shows yeah, they've been friends for a while. So I love that shit about the movie. Yeah, I love the black and white, Boris Karloff Frankenstein vibe that the film had. I think I've said all I can say. I'm just repeating myself at this point. There's no end credit sequence, so there's no need to stick around for that. But yeah, the song's pretty good. I'm gonna go get some of them on my Spotify or whatever. But what else can I say besides continuously touting how awesome this movie is, dude? Yeah, the hunters belong to this secret organization of people hunting monsters and creatures throughout time. There was a piece at the beginning that looked like he was a member of what's this gore species, but it's clear that it's not because he had tendrils like Gore did in the comic, but in the MCU Gore doesn't have tendrils on his head, so Like, I don't know what that is, but that's, I guess, an Easter egg. You know, like there was thing, and you can tell right away when Jack walked in the room that he's not one of them. Like now that you know, when you look back, you can kind of see the sense that he's not entirely one of them. Because when he walks into the room, he like looks around, the passageway that leads to the room. He like looks around at the mirrors and shit. Like if you were one of these people and you'd been here before, you wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be looking at shit like, damn. Like, damn, what's all this, man? Like, look at like, damn. Then ask him like, any of these heads yours? Like, oh no, man. But that guy, I ran into him a couple times. He never looked more alive. Like just, oh shit, dude. But yeah, I did like the design of Werewolf by Night. It was more like Benicio del Toro's Wolfman than Teen Wolf. Like I've heard that. Like it's very Teen Wolf. Like no man, Teen Wolf was just a guy covered in fur. Like Werewolf by Night looked like a guy in a suit covered in fur. Like that was way better. It looked like Benicio del Toro's Wolfman, and that movie was awesome. This movie is also awesome. I hereby award this movie a 4.7 out of 5, let's say claws or whatever. Yeah, 4.7 out of 5 claws. Yeah. Now, as always, I have been the Shogun. This is the S&W Experience Reviews. Well, that's all I got to say. Goodbye, y'all. Elsa Bloodstone, sorry about that. The main chick that I've been calling main chick all the time, her name is Elsa Bloodstone. And get this, the guy who's Werewolf by Night, Jack, his full name is Jack Russell. Yes, like the dog. And the flaming tuba dude, the guy with the flaming tuba is literally credited as the flaming tuba. Just shout out to the flaming tuba. Just